Good morning, and thanks a million for everyone for coming today, and thanks for everyone that made today happen. There's a lot of people to thank. I just want to give you a bit of background first to the 1 Million Stars project. It originated in Australia on foot of an Irish lady that was murdered, and the Samoan community started weaving stars as a symbol of solidarity. So it's came here to Ireland, brought here by Amber, so it's a refuge in Kilkenny. It's expanded now across 18 counties in Ireland, and Tipperary is one of those. So we took this on as a joint project with Cuan Saor in South Tipperary, and we got funding from Healthy Ireland and NTDC SICAP. So I'm very grateful for that, and thanks so much. So we would have given these stars, these weaving packs out to a lot of schools, and some of the schools are here today to weave stars, and also some community, some groups and individuals also weave stars. So we'd like to thank everyone for taking part, and really the idea behind it was to weave communities of courage against violence, and I suppose that's very relevant to today's world. Okay? So far in Ireland there's been 100,000 stars weaved, and Tipperary, our launch is here this morning. We have, and Cuan Saor have their launch actually the same time this morning in Clonmel. So Tipperary has completed 14,000 stars, so with a big part to play. So I just want to give a word of thanks to a few people who had a big part in this project. Firstly, I'd like to thank the artist, Hugh Duggan, here this morning, who built the display and brought this idea to life. So thank you, Also thanks to Emma Daly up there on the stairs. So Emma is our volunteer coordinator who worked with me for the last 6 months, I think. We were, since the beginning of the project, bringing this idea together, getting out packs to schools, all the donkey work regarding the project. So thank you very much, Emma. We'd also like to thank the schools and the groups who took part. So Closhevere in Thurles, St. Joseph College in Bursley, who are here today, Bursa-Kane Community College, and St. Mary's also, who had a great part to play because they actually put all the stars on this display. So thank you very much, St. Mary's. Also, the groups we'd like to thank is St. Cronan's Association Service Users who attend Mary Gill House in Springford, Venus. Thank you very much. With loads of stars, and thank you so much. We're very enthusiastic, and thanks. Nina Craft Group and Bernardo's TLC Kids Mothers Group, and finally Ross Gray Youth Project as well. I'd like to thank Eva, who's here this morning, who helped me along the way and was on some of the initial meetings around this concept for 1 Million Stars. Thanks, Eva, and I know was giving me great advice, and I didn't know I'm not used to doing these events, so thank you so much, Eva. And finally, as I said, thanks to the funders, Joanne from SICAP and Dan from Ireland. And we look forward to this display travelling around Tipperary, I was going to say hanging around Tipperary, but travelling around Tipperary to show solidarity against violence, and thanks to Dan now it's going to go to the libraries across Tipperary. So thank you so much. I'd like to invite Carhila, Michael O'Mara to open the exhibit.
Good age in that city.
Michael, can you hold a second?
I was waiting for you. See the way I did it nice and slowly. I was waiting for you.
You can't make two of a room.
No.
1 second now.
You see it go.
Just size you up first. Yeah, all yours, Michael.
Oh.
Yay!
Thanks very much, Kathy. Báilte Road, we talked in as an what's called Specialta shop. You're all very welcome to this very, very special occasion here this morning. I hope you enjoy the exhibition that we have. I want first of all to thank Ashley for the invitation. I suppose as a local authority we have a remit. I often say we have a remit for the ordinary things like housing and roads and water service, but the most important aspect of being a public representative is the social aspect. And our social responsibility was never more important than it is at this moment in time. When we look at what's happening, I suppose, nationally and internationally, it's vitally important that we first of all as a community in Tipperary, in the North Tipperary, and then nationally that we step up to the mark. And I suppose when you look at what's happened over the last couple of weeks, the Irish people have not been found wanting either at home or abroad. It's important that we say that. Looking at this very, very important exhibition and issue here today, I want to first acknowledge the North Tipperary Development Company, which I'm a member of, and Ascend as well, for highlighting this very, very important issue. And when you look at, let's say, what has happened historically around the world, and indeed in our own country, with abuse and what happened to women in particular, and I think everyone has to acknowledge that. You know, I was even reading articles and listening over the last few days with what our mothers and our ancestors, I suppose, suffered in the past has to be acknowledged. And it's important now that we highlight and first of all that we reflect on what happened, let's say, historically, without delving into it here today, but I think it's important that we do that. I think it's important as well that collectively, both whether you're male or female, that we acknowledge and we further the cause of issues like this, and that it's important that we acknowledge it, and that into the future that we learn from what has happened. And it's so refreshing here to see the younger generation of talking to a couple of the parents here from Mercy. We had a very good chat of what it actually did for them and what they learned from it. And you know, with ourselves and with the younger community, it's important that this comes from the schools, and that we listen to what the next generation, especially the next generation of younger girls, think and say. I think it's important that we do that. So once again, I'll be not going to stay all day, but I want to congratulate everyone that's involved. This just doesn't happen overnight. And I see Usha here, my neighbour, a tremendous artist, and it's very important that you know, that we learn from him, and we have artists involved. And the most important way to express it is in something like this, which is a hugely symbolic, visual exhibition. And when you look at it, the amount of work that went into that is huge. So once again, I wanted to wish you the best. I hope this is an annual thing, or something maybe along those lines, Kathleen, and that whoever is here this time next year will work with the translation. another year older. But there'll be a new transition year next year, and I hope that the girls involved in the classes, I presume it's all predominantly girls, somebody, which is important too. Nearly more important that they are a part of it as well. So I hope that you learn from it, that all the schools have learned from it, and that bring it forward to hopefully you'll be going on to college. And you know, it's important that a very important thing for young girls in particular, that you assert yourself. And if you're in a position that you don't feel comfortable, which everyone, if you're male or female, can happen at times, that it's important that you're able to assert yourself, and you know that's important. So once again, congratulations and well done, and I look forward to what's happening into the future for you all. Thanks very much.
We're just going to have the girls from St. Mary's are going to read a poem for each session.
We are a group of transition year students from St. Mary's Secondary School in Ena, and today we will be reading a poem called I Rise by Amanda Bowen. Today everyone's eyes are on us as we rise. Today is the day women are paving the way, speaking our truth to power. In this hour it is our duty to find the brave beauty in rooting for other women, so they too know we are not victims.
We are victors, the greatest participants of the process. We press for change, a new dawn drawn into the open. By women whose silence is broken. We push on and act on. Our responsibility to bring visibility to the most vulnerable. We bring freedom to those who didn't have a choice. We bring volume to those using their voice.
We clear a woman's way, we don't fear the day. She steps into the light because we are with her every step of the fight. There's a lot at stake, but making a difference always takes great courage. So we encourage women who dare to stare fear square in its face. Women have always shown that when one woman stands up, she is never alone.
We know that when she steps up to right or wrong, she will fight to bring others along, to the network, into the conversation, working together to change communities and nations for generations. Our world made all the stronger the longer women are able to sit at the table. It is her strength, her story, and her spirit which inspires other vital voices to speak up when they hear it.
So let it be said that light will be shed when our world is led by leaders ahead. Of the headlines, the voices who are first on the front line, these women who stand up, knowing the wind, not by where it is, but where it is blowing, leading worlds, not by how society is, but where change is going.
We all leap forward when one woman tries, when she defies with her rallying cries. Here lies, but does not rest, the best of tested women, who call us all to rise, speaking the truth in this finest hour.
That to their own power, every single woman is entitled, but it's how they empower others that makes women's voices so vital.